They disrespected you. They were rude to you. They didn't support you. They put you down, and you've done nothing but try to be the best possible, respectful individual that you could be. You talk to your friends about this. You talk to maybe your mama about this, your daddy about this. You spoke to your brother, your sister, your cousin, your best friend. And all of those situations, you still seem like you were in the right state of mind. And I want to tell you this today because I know what it feels like to have a hard time forgiving people when you've tried to be there for them or you've been respectful as much as you possibly could, and they still were rude and disrespectful towards you. And this is something that we go through a lot as people in general. We all have different, experiences that happen to us, and we try to explain that to someone, and sometimes people don't believe us, and most of the time it's our family. And if you guys know anything about me or you're new to the channel, a couple of days ago, I made a video about my experience with, getting let go from my family's business and some of the things that were going on at that time where I didn't feel very supported in certain aspects as far as, what my side was and trying to get that across to the people that I was around. I've had this happen in my living space. I've had this happen just growing up. And sometimes when we have these dreams and these goals of what we want to do, sometimes other people around us don't understand it. And it makes it very frustrating and it makes it very annoying. And you feel like you're stupid or you're lost or you don't know what you're doing. And it feels like it's more criticism than it is emotional and mental support, because most of the time that's what we need. And somebody left a comment in my last video just asking me to make a video on this topic of forgiveness and how can we begin to tap back into our dreams, tap back into our belief when we have felt like we've been experiencing so much doubt from the people around us. One of the first things I will say is that you don't have to forgive right away. And in some cases, you don't have to forgive at all. Sometimes what was done was so disrespected and rude and sometimes even violating that I don't even blame you for not forgiving these people. For me personally, I like to let things go. So I like the process of forgiving for myself, but everybody's situation is different. You have to remember though, everybody does not have the same dream as you, okay? Some people, believe it or not, were put on this planet to literally work and die. Everybody was not put on this planet to be an artist, to be a musician, to be a content creator, to, being the greatest Olympian in the world. Everybody doesn't have that. Do you know how much guts it takes for somebody like myself, for example, to pull out a camera and make a video? Even if it's only 20 people watching this video, do you know how much courage that takes to do that in public? A lot of people can't do that. So you need to actually give yourself so much praise that you are at this point in your life where you don't give a rat's ass about what anyone thinks of you and about what you want out of your life, and go for it. And when it comes to people who don't understand it, it was not given to them. I said in my last video with imagination, I said, God gives you dreams for a direct call for you, it's not a conference call, baby. This is not something that everybody's supposed to be hearing. This is a private meeting between you and the universe, between you and your ancestors, between you and whoever you want to call the infinite being. And even if you don't believe in the other world or infinite possibilities, just believe in a tree or whatever it is. You know what I mean? Believe in yourself. So people are going to have comments to say, but a lot of times it's because they are speaking from their own limited perspectives. A lot of people shorten themselves with their goals. Truth be told, they shorten themselves with their goals. A lot of people do not give themselves permission to dream big because they believe and they've been told by other people that they can't do it. And until somebody actually does it, then that's when it's like, oh, okay, you the shit, congratulations, whatever. But when you are the greatest and you want to be great, you have to be tested. So you're going to deal with people, and this could look like your parents, this could look like your siblings, this could look like friends, this could look like a person that you used to date or somebody that you're with now. People are going to only speak to you from their life experiences. And I know this because I tried so hard to get approval from certain people in my family, with my parents, with just different situations where I tried to almost get them to validate me, to tell me like, you can do that. That's possible for you. And so when I found myself explaining myself to them about my dreams and about my goals and about what it is that I wanted to do and what I could see for myself, especially when I wasn't, getting accepted into the corporate 9-to-5 jobs, but I had already made that intention a long ass time ago when I was in college that I wanted to do YouTube full time. I made that decision back in like 2019. And so when I made that concrete decision, when I saw that there was other young black people who were making large amounts of money, great amount of money, and having opportunities and connections that set them on a lifetime of opportunity. And I don't just mean like career opportunity, I just mean like lifestyle and just what they could do with themselves because they betted on themselves. I was told that I needed to focus on, you need to get in a job, you need to prove to these people, you need to climb the, ladder and do all of that, the corporate stuff. And that's okay. That's fine. That's other people's experiences. That doesn't have to be my own. And when I started reflecting back in my own life, I didn't have many jobs for a reason. It isn't because I was lazy or because I was incompetent. No, it's just because my life was just set up in a different way. I didn't come from super rich, wealthy, but the way that my life was and what I started to understand and realize is that I just didn't want the same things. I used to go to like the little shopping plazas and I would literally take like 4 different jobs, get their little paper applications because they had paper applications back then. I would sit in my car, not this car, but the car I had before this, but I would sit in my car and I would literally write out, like fill out the applications. And I would go and have lunch, or I would go to the park, or I would do whatever, and then I would swing back to those places either that same day or like, another day or whatever. And I would get these job, calls. I would do these interviews, and these people would have me in group interviews or one-on-one. They would tell me, yeah, come to the interview, and then guess what? I wouldn't get the job. And I would be so frustrated with myself because I was like, why can't I just get the same things that my friends are getting? And it happened like that in college. Why can't I get the same things? Why is it that everybody gets to move out and gets to do this and I can't do? It's because you were meant for more. You have to remember that when you are going through these times where people are not supporting you on your journey or your dreams, and you are frustrated at trying to forgive these people, you have to realize you were not meant to be like them. You were not meant to fit in, and that means people are going to pick on you. People are going to make fun of you. You know how many people have made fun of my voice? Because it is raspy, it is naturally just how it is. You know how many people who have picked on me and made fun of my videos? Those little videos you be making, them little videos you be making. You don't know what you're talking about. I've had a lot of people say some slick shit, and I was just like, oh, okay, cool. I just took heat and I kept moving. I've worked in situations where I've burned myself out working so hard and did not get any recognition. And the point of what I'm trying to say here is the only way that we can forgive people, if you're looking to forgive, is to realize that what you want is what you want for you. You have to forgive the fact that everybody doesn't want the same thing that you want. And sometimes when you think that people are not supporting you, it's just that they just don't know. Some people have Some people have given up on themselves. Literally. Some people look at me and they're mad at me and they're frustrated with me because I've chosen to stand up for my life and say, I'm going to do what I want to do. And you're not going to stop me from doing it. Even if there is no evidence in my physical reality, I'm going to do what it is I set out to do. And that is not your responsibility to prove yourself, to get validation from other people to tell you you're doing a great job. And most of us are so attached to our parents. We are so emotionally, codependently, unhealthily, toxically, if that's even a word, codependent on our caregivers, on our friends, on whoever to give us approval. And baby, you are the only approval that you need. You are the only approval that you need. Because guess what? If you believe in yourself and your dreams are going to come true, I bet you $1 million. And I want my $1 million when I'm right, because I know I'm going to be right. I bet you $1 million that when you go after your dreams and when these things become a physical reality, people are going to be begging and wishing and praying and hoping that they can get a little bit of your knowledge, a little bit of your manifestation juice and power. Because what they always say, whenever you are going to higher levels, they got new devils, right? And I'm not saying that your parents or your family or your friends or whoever is doubting you or whoever doesn't, believe in you or whoever is putting you down is not supportive or is the devil or whatever. It just means that sometimes they only see from what their experiences and their perspectives are. And sometimes, especially with parents, they can be so worried about you that they forget that you are your own individual and that you have your own path. And sometimes they want you to be so in a secure space in life, in stability, in safety, in all of these things. And sometimes that's rooted out of scarcity. That's rooted out of survival mode. That's rooted out of their own traumas that they experience that don't got shit to do with you. The only thing you need to do is heal those traumas and recognize they are not you, and then cut all that shit off and make a new fresh slate so that you can start to manifest the life that you want, because it is your life. So yes, go through the anger, go through the grief, cry, talk to God about it, pray to the universe, do whatever you got to do, talk to a trusted friend, watch videos like this to heal yourself, but stop going back to people who are not going to ever see you, baby. And that's something that's so hard, because I realized that I chased my dad for years. I wanted his love. I wanted him to see me. I wanted him to understand what I'm trying to do. Baby, that's just not the relationship for that. And it's hard to understand it, but we have to take responsibility to understand, yes, it's hard sometimes. We have to forgive these people, and we don't understand why, but we got to free ourselves. We have to free ourselves from this. So if you've been going through this, I want you to know that I support you. I want you to know that I understand completely what you are saying. I want you to get that these videos that I make is literally my life in current reality and current time and experiences that I've been experiencing, especially the last 3 years of my life. So it's okay if you can't forgive right now. It's okay if you pissy and you mad and you just frustrated, and it's okay. But just know that even the fact that you're admitting that you feel unsupported, you feel all these things. When you cry, the universe hears you, baby. There's been many times I've cried, bawled my eyes out, anger, punching this steering wheel, punching this passenger seat, of anger and mad and frustrated, pissed at life, pissed with people. And I was the type of person growing up that I was always so vocal, expressing about my emotions, expressing about my feelings. And guess what? I've had to make some new changes in my relationships because of these relationships with people who were not listening to me, who did not hear me, who time and time again showed me over and over again they don't give a rat's ass about how I feel about something. They only care about their viewpoint and their opinion. And that made me mad as hell. And it made me resentful. And it made me angry. And it made me not want to forgive these mofos. But guess what? We gonna forgive anyway. Because we are going to move past this. We're not going to let this weight clinch onto our life for so long and become a victim. We're going to say what we got to say. The best thing you can do is talk to the universe about your feelings and about your emotions. The universe, my ancestors, my angels, they have been the biggest support system that I have ever had in my entire life. Literally. Outside of some of my friends, outside of some family members that I feel that get me, outside of that, the universe has been my biggest support system, especially in these times of solitude and alone time. So I want you to know that I understand what you're going through. Use the resources that you got. Even if you're not spiritual and you're just on a personal development journey, just ask for some type of a sign of support. Get in online groups or whatever. You know, for me, making videos is my therapy. You know, I've joined groups before. I have a lot of mutuals and a lot of people that I've made friends with over the years from doing my content that have helped me a lot. And they now are like real friends in my real life. But if you don't have that, watch videos. Subscribe to the tribe, baby. I'm here to support you, honey. Especially if you're new to the channel. So I hope you find some peace out of this video. And I hope you take care of yourself. And I hope you remember that just because you don't feel support by the people around you, just because nobody gets it, it does not mean that your angels, your ancestors, and the universe does not understand you. Just because things are not manifesting in your physical world right now, it does not mean that you are doing something wrong. It does not mean you have to work harder. I have went through those times explaining myself and explaining situations to people I did not need to be explaining it to, because all I ended up walking away with was shame, feeling like I wasn't doing enough. And every time I would put myself in a position to then put in more work and pressure myself, it just got worse. My body would get sick. I would feel freaking tired. It happens. But you have to believe in yourself enough that honestly, fuck their opinion. Fuck their insight. I've always been the person that I've tried to go to people in my life because I thought that I needed to use my support system. I needed to make sure that I was using my resources. And turned out over and over and over again, I was going through the same loop, ended up in the same place. And baby, let me tell you, sometimes that is your parents. Sometimes that is your family. Sometimes that is your friend. The only person that knows you better than you is yourself. The only person that knows what you need to do next is yourself. Not this world, not mommy and daddy, not grandma, not nobody. You. Your intuition, your higher power, your higher self. And if you sit down with yourself and you start praying more, you start coming out in nature more, you start journaling, you start declaring out to life or to the trees or whatever you want to call it, the life that you want to have, it will come. But if you keep focusing all your energy on trying to get the approval from other people, and I'm telling you this because I did this. I was seeking for, let me go and ask this person and maybe they'll say yes. Oh, let me go ask this person. Maybe they'll give me approval. They'll give me a hands up. They'll give me a good thumbs up, a finger up. No. You have to be the person. You are the opera in power. You are the person that can declare and that can initiate and that can say, this is what I want to see happen. This is what I want for myself. So when life started lifing and my car started acting up, or I got let go from a job, or I couldn't find whatever I wanted to do, and things weren't manifesting for me, and I don't care what has been happening. I will continue to persist in the life of my dreams because I know that I can make them happen. There are thousands of YouTubers, thousands of artists, thousands of music musicians. There are people who make songs about sex. There are people who make songs about stupid shit and are being paid millions of dollars. Why wouldn't you forgive? Why wouldn't you believe in yourself and forgive yourself for things that weren't even your fault. Babe, you were born into some people that have limitations. That's not on you. But the fact that you are showing up to do the work to heal these things, to heal these traumas, to get rid of this stuff that you don't want and you don't need and you don't see in your life. Keep going. Be grateful that you have taken care of everything that you can. You know what I'm grateful for? I'm grateful I played the game of whatever they wanted me to do after college. I'm grateful I played the game of the internships and everything else. I'm grateful I played the game of being in relationships with men that I tried to help heal and all of these different things. I'm grateful I had those experiences. I'm grateful that I didn't get the things that I wanted. I'm grateful that I've seen my friends, my best friends, manifest things that we all started at the same place 3 years ago. And on a physical level, it looks like they're further ahead of me. But I'm proud of them and I'm happy for them because that's their blessings. I don't want the same life that they got. I don't want the same things that they got. So if you are having a hard time forgiving other people, you need to really be forgiving yourself, baby. Them people don't know how capable you are. Those people don't see it. Those people have already chosen the life that they wanted. And for a lot of us, most of it is adults in our families who are 9 out of 10, they 50 plus years old, baby. They ready to croak at any second. Let's just be real. Be real. And you telling me that you still gonna be running around here, still thinking about, oh my God, this person don't believe in me? Your folks will be dead and gone and you still are not going to be believing in yourself. That sounds stupid to me. That sounds that sounds like just very inhumane. So anyway, I'm talking so much I'm sweating. Y'all know Florida, this heat, baby, it's October and it still is not cool and I don't really be understanding. And my car got leather seats. But anyway, forgive yourself, okay? Be kind to yourself. Be loving to yourself, but don't you dare forgive. Don't you dare give up on yourself and give yourself grace, okay? I'll see y'all on the next one. Make sure you subscribe to the tribe. Comment down below a new video, a topic that y'all want to hear, or, you know, just any experiences that y'all are going through. And, of course, I always give my response. Down below in the description box is all my social medias. You want to follow me, and we can connect over there. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.